Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities Tarot. My name is Rochelle and I am doing a reading for air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius in all placements, and it's timeless and general, so take what resonates. I'm going to start with the wisdom of the oracle, get the baseline of the story, and then pull as many cards from as many different decks as I can. So, yeah. And thank you so much to everyone who has liked, subscribed, shared my little channel and helping it to grow. Thank you so much. And yeah, and please always leave a comment if it resonates. I really love the comments. Okay. Oh, there's Mojo Tarot and Lioness Peaches Yum Yum Kitty Cat. Good morning, you guys. All right. So, air signs. Oh, we've got a change in the wind. Number 12. Big changes are afoot. Flexible in reverse. Number 19. Unfinished symphony in reverse. Number 10. So there's this change that's coming. It may be upon you already. You may just see the inklings of it or know that something is happening, but it's coming, but it's not here yet. Um, but there's some pretty heavy resistance to this change. Um, there's procrastination. There's this feeling like you're very adamantly wanting to stay where you're at, and you're procrastinating doing anything to facilitate this change or to help this change. This change is inevitable. The longer you procrastinate, um, the more you're going to get swept up in the current of the change rather than kind of being at the helm and navigating it. You're going to kind of get pulled under, like undertow or something. There's definitely a need to remember that you are adaptable. Humans are highly adaptable. Um, we get hit with stuff, and we're able to adjust to it fairly quickly for the most part, um, which can benefit us, but can also, go against us sometimes. Because then we can get really complacent and used to a situation when it's not good for us. But in this case, and yeah, actually, now that I'm saying that, I think that's a part of what's happening. You have become very used to things being a certain way. And it's not necessarily, you may feel like it's not necessarily the best thing for you, but you're comfortable. And we humans don't very often don't like major change that, upsets the apple cart, that throws everything into chaos. We like our comfort zone. um, and you're no exception. And yeah, there's basically, this is saying that if you want to navigate this change in a positive way that's going to benefit you, you've got to stop procrastinating. Kind of take the reins and do what you can in the face of this change to make it so that um, it's a little less chaotic or something. So Let's start with my cat tarot. There's Cora and Linda. I missed seeing you guys in the chat yesterday. I missed Cora the day before. Glad you guys are here. Thank you so much. Okay, so cat tarot, we've got Six of Cups in reverse. Oh, you are super stuck on the past regarding another person, maybe your child or a parent. We've got Nine of Pentacles in reverse. There's a need to become independent in a situation, or to set out on your own in some way, to break free from, or oh yeah, I mean it's almost like getting kicked out of the nest. It's like you might still feel like in some kind of connection you're used to getting taken care of or looked after in some way, and you need to become more independent. Keep holding this up. um or self-reliant or something. It's like you're struggling with doing things on your own, or maybe you're struggling financially because you don't have the support of somebody that you used to. And then we've got Judgment in reverse. That's Scorpio energy. um you're feeling rejected. You could be feeling rejected. You're or Yeah, feeling like you were released before you were ready to be, or something. um and you're struggling. You could be struggling with self-doubt, and this is a part of why you're procrastinating, because you don't feel confident that that you can stand on your own 2 feet, or something like this. This change has to do with your independence, has to do with you becoming self-reliant in some way. If you are struggling financially, um you're doubting that you'll ever be able to figure out how to overcome that. But there are steps you can take. It's like you're I'm getting the sense that you feel overwhelmed, and so you're just like, I can't, I don't even know where to begin, so I'm just going to ignore this because it's too much. And that procrastination is actually it's going to get the best of you if you don't start taking steps to figure out how to be more independent or self-reliant in some way. um I go with the neoteric feminine. There's Rebecca. Ooh, and I am so sorry, I'm probably going to say this wrong. Zufan. Zufan. Hello. Thank you for being here. Oh, and there's the sun too. Glad you all are here. Okay, so the world. And that's fixed signs: Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, and Aquarius. Eight of Pentacles. And the Five of Swords. What's happening here? Everyone's in big puffy coats. Maybe you live somewhere that's very cold. You're figuring something out. I really like this because you're closing out a cycle and you're like this is you breaking that come on brain, it's paralysis, even this procrastination paralysis. You're getting over that. You're figuring something out. You're rising to the occasion and embracing the change. You're like, okay, I I know that that there are certain things that I cannot do, that I don't know how to move forward, but there are definitely things that I can focus on. And that's, in any situation where you don't see the full picture, most of the time we know the very next step that we can take. There's one thing that can be done, even if it's very, very small and seemingly like insignificant. It's still progress. It's still forward movement. So that's what I feel you're doing. You could be like, you're like, okay, I'm having financial struggle. So what can I do about that? Well, I'm going to build my skills and my knowledge. I'm going to, you know, put all my focus into doing something, into creating something, into um, becoming more abundant. And what's this Five of Swords? The Devil in reverse. You're overcoming maybe some toxic behaviors or some kind of addiction. This could have to do with maybe you're seeing how in a connection, I feel like you're specifically dealing with somebody here where something has ended, like again, you've like been booted out of the nest or something. And you're maybe for a time you were just kind of, I don't know, forlorn or something, and just kind of indulging to forget, or to fill that space, that sense of lack or loss. But you're overcoming that, and you are, maybe it's that you're starting to, you could be starting to see that the situation that you were dealing with left you depleted. Yeah, it did. It left you depleted, but there was a period of time where you felt it. It's kind of like when you deal with a narcissist, you or somebody, it doesn't, yeah, when you deal with somebody who is see if I can explain this, um someone who kind of gaslights you and gets you thinking in a certain way, and you get caught up in a certain pattern with somebody. You come out of that and you have all this self-doubt because you've been made to think that you're always the one that's wrong. And then you start to see more clearly, and you're like, oh, I wasn't able to see clearly because I was so in it. And there are, like this kind of mind games or whatever happened here, um, it's like you're overcoming that. You're seeing it for what it is as you focus on building yourself back up. You're graduating, you're getting ready for some kind of new beginning. You're finally getting ready for the change because you're seeing something for what it actually is versus what you were made to believe it was. So, going with the Tarot of Transcendence. Yeah, I don't mean to have negative readings. Just read what the cards say, you know? I do my best. King of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And Page of Swords in reverse. Well, what's this? Is this somebody you're dealing with? Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Something some offer was retracted or something didn't get off the ground because somebody they maybe they were all talk and didn't put any effort in. There's no action. It was just words. um there's definitely some kind of manipulation here. And this was so somebody could be on top, could be king of the mountain. And yeah, it makes sense why you'd be eh, feeling some kind of self-doubt. You thought somebody was making you a solid offer, but it didn't it, they didn't have anything to back it up with. Could also be where you are overcoming this, where you're building yourself back up and you're learning how to be on your own, to handle your business all by yourself. You actually have what it takes to do this despite um whatever you have dealt with, whoever you have dealt with. um i- in fact, not just in spite of, but because of, it's helped you um to figure your ish out and to be like, okay, well, I haven't had to be independent before, but here I go. I'm gonna give this a try, and you're actually quite successful at it. Or I'd say independent, but or we'll say prosperous, abundant. um I'm going to use the good tarot. Okay, so we've got the Queen of Water, water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And the King of Air in reverse. So Here's your resistance to change. um, here's your procrastination. Um, this King of Air in reverse. There's It's like you're this Queen of Water. Y- You're in this place of healing from a situation that was not changing, that was continuing to go in a negative direction. There was a negative cycle, so some kind of like difficult karmic cycle with somebody who they could have lied to you. Maybe they're a compulsive liar. um Somebody who I did mention the narcissist thing. This could be somebody who has is severe narcissistic tendencies. um and this is why, see, yeah, it feels like you were procrastinating because you were being gaslit. You were in a situation that you felt like you couldn't find your way out of, or you couldn't, everything was upside down and you couldn't find your way up or out. I mentioned undertow. I'm getting that again. It's like getting tumbled in the waves, and you can't it's like you lose your orientation, and you felt like you were drowning, but you didn't know how to release yourself. You didn't know how to find your way to the surface, but then you do. Then you're figuring something out, and you're in the process of healing from that. I want to go with the Voyager Tarot. Nine of Wands, integrity. Fortune, Wheel of Fortune. Yes, upright. See, you're breaking free. You're breaking the chains. Eight of Crystals, synthesis. Oh, um, you've learned from being in this situation what it means to act with integrity. Maybe you didn't understand this before. Maybe being, kind of um being uh how do I say it? Like dealing with this person left you feeling, what's the word? I'm trying to think of how to explain this. It's like you kind of lost yourself, or you lost your way. You were caught up in doing things that were, like I said, like toxic in some way to yourself, to this person. And it had to do with, it was how you were coping in the face of dealing with somebody like this. And you have figured out, through this healing, or you're going to be coming to this understanding, that you were not acting with integrity, at the very least with yourself, because you were staying in a situation that was ultimately unhealthy for you. And you're understanding now that you want to be in integrity in first of all with yourself and with all of the things that you do in life and the connections that you have with people. You have, because you're like, I don't want to cause someone to feel the way that I felt, and I don't want to feel that again. Certainly not, like, you're having a whole new understanding about what it means to show up correct for yourself. And this is kind of like this is a major game changer, because now, like, where you were feeling lack, you felt like your your finances took a huge hit. Like, now with this attitude shift, this understanding, and how you are showing up in the world differently, it's bringing in all this fortune, the really good things. The wheel is starting to turn in your favor. This is kind of like a destined feeling. This is a part of your, like, your soul growth. You had a soul contract with this person, and it was meant to help you to to figure out yourself and be independent, be your most awesome authentic self. And this synthesis card is, it's you kind of synthesizing all this new understanding, ideas, attitudes, because you're seeing the direct result of how your thoughts affect your reality, your thoughts and your actions. I mean, yeah, all of it. So, okay, where are we at? Oh gosh, it goes so fast all the time. Is that what I want? I'm gonna get the Queen of the Moon Oracle. Trust, number 32. And 32 breaks down to a 5. 5 is the number of change. Uh-huh. Um, Trust that the change that you have gone through, that you are going currently going through, or that is coming, it is meant to help you. There's a better word. To boost you. But see, there's this period of time of, like, being in the egg, of incubating and resting. You're like, yeah, there's a rebirth here. The path, number 8. Heading in a new direction. A much a much more prosperous direction. And wisdom, 22. Yeah. Yeah, see, you're gaining the wisdom to finally set out on your own. She's reaching for the moon. It's for going after what you want. I get the impression that this person you were dealing with, they, I mean, there could be any number of things. They could have told you that, you're stupid. You're never going to amount to anything. That you really just need to rely on this person, because you can't do it on your own. And you believed them because you love them. This is somebody that you trusted. Um, the trust was misplaced, obviously, but at the time, it felt right. And so now you're starting to see, like, oh my God, I was so in the dark. I was so bamboozled by this person. And your head, it's like this is that kind of that final thing, that puzzle piece, you know, that realization where you're like, oh, I'm ready to move to the next level. I'm ready to reach for the moon, reach for the stars. She's standing on the stack of books there. It's like you're gaining wisdom through um following a new path. This ladder here, it looks pretty rickety. You know, you're having to do something to go in a direction that feels, it feels uncomfortable and it feels scary and it feels dangerous. It feels like you could fall flat on your face and you could die. you know, there's a lot of fear here, but it's like what's on the other side of that when you like accept your fear, allow your fear, and then work through your fear, transmute your fear. You realize that, oh my God, huh, look, okay, so through the portal is water. You go through the portal and now you're in this watery world. You've got your books with you. You've gained some kind of wisdom on this path up this ladder, this very scary, rickety ladder. And you go through that portal and wow, there's a boat there. And there's all this wisdom that you've gained along the way, and it's actually gotten you so much closer to where you want to go. um you figured out that ultimately you're unstoppable, that you can do anything that you want. It's incredibly empowering, and it's you're reconnecting with your emotions as well, because of, you know, it's like reconnecting with your emotions and getting on top of your emotions, like rather than being all in the undertow and getting like tumbled around in the waves. You're like, the water is calm. You feel serene. You feel you 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 overcome that fear and you get to that point of like, I can handle anything. And whatever like emotional turbulence I've dealt with before, I, I don't need to I don't even need to go into that anymore. Like you found a way to balance yourself through you're connecting your mind and your heart and coming into balance between the two, and that is helping you to access a deep this deep wisdom that you have that is tied to your intuition. You're learning how to access your intuition. And it's going so long, and or it's not going so long. I want to keep going, and time's already almost up, or it is up. But I'm gonna finish with a rune card. Here, I want to keep that. Finish with the rune card. Ooh, Star Leva 22 is here. Yay! Good morning. All right, so Isa, stuck in traffic, needing to take an alternate route or flex that patience muscle. Let's see. Isa, where are you? Okay. This card is associated with ice and frozen water and generally indicates a blockage, standstill, or lack of action in some area of your life. Yeah, again with the procrastination. This could be a loss of physical energy or a mental fog or psychological block that paralyzes you. This stasis will likely cause frustrating delays in your life, but instead of fighting the obstacle, the card advises you to stay calm and conserve your energy. Sometimes there is nothing you can do but wait for a change in circumstances. Bide your time because the ice will melt. As far as relationships are concerned, this card points to icy tension and possible conflict that feels like it cannot be resolved. There is an urgent need for objectivity and concentration now. You need to decide whether you are going to invest any more of your warmth and energy into a certain relationship to see if the ice will thaw, or if it is time to gently and calmly let it drift away. Gently and calmly let it drift away. Because you are moving to a whole new realm that is so above and beyond where you have been, where this person is. You're like, you know, this is a glimmer of my past, and I am focused. I'm forward focused. You are overcoming this stagnation. I mean, you potentially are. Everyone has free will. Um, Based on where you're at right now, and if you actually do take these steps to work on yourself, to regain your independence, to build yourself back up, um, you're you can't help but be successful. This is You are fated to be on this journey. You can decide to not take any action and hold back, or that's your choice. But everything in here is like, do it, do it, just do it. Like you're gonna figure your way out of this, or the ice will thaw, and you'll feel the movement and be able to use that momentum to keep going. Anyway, this is very beautiful. I love this. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah! And thanks again so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing, and leave a comment if it resonates.